Well, welcome back on this Thursday morning. As we get closer to Election Day, of course, we are focusing on the top issues that matter to you most. Polls show most Americans, you and your family, you want to feel safe and protected from illegal immigrants who commit heinous crimes once they are here in our country.
Yeah, that's right. Both sides of the aisle say that your family is their top priority and your family's safety. But do their actions back up those words? Joe is back to go deeper into what recently took place on Capitol Hill. Joe, what can you tell us?
Yeah, Lindsay Fanchin, it was a bill that had a very simple message. Deport illegal immigrants convicted of a sexual offense. However, not everyone was in favor of it. And what it did was put the spotlight back on the Biden-Harris border failures.
I find the debate on my bill, the Violence Against Women by Illegal Aliens Act today, I find the debate shameful.
South Carolina Congresswoman Nancy Mace addressing her colleagues Wednesday, September 18th on House Resolution 7909, the Violence Against Women by Illegal Aliens Act.
These criminal illegal aliens who have no business, they have no right to step foot into our country, now roam the streets of our communities, inflicting senseless acts of sexual and domestic violence and murder.
According to Customs and Border Patrol, more than 2 million gotaways have entered the U.S. under President Joe Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris, Secretary of Homeland Security Alejandro Mayorkas, and an administration that has allowed more than 10.3 million immigrants to cross the borders illegally in almost 4 years.
Those who cross our borders unlawfully will be apprehended and removed and barred from re-entering for 5 years.
During a hearing taking place on the same day as the vote for Mace's bill, Patty Morin testified in front of members of the Committee on Homeland Security about the man arrested, charged, and indicted for the rape and murder of her daughter, Rachel Morin.
Since my daughter's death, but also since we learned that it was an illegal immigrant that they've accused of murdering her, the Biden-Harris administration has not reached out to our family to offer condolences.
Victor Antonio Martinez Hernandez from El Salvador is one of more than 2 million gotaways that entered the U.S. illegally in El Paso in 2023.
If they had done the border protocols that were in place but was set aside of just a simple DNA swab, they would have known that he had a Interpol warrant for murder in his home country.
All over the U.S., stories like Rachel Morin are popping up, something that Aaron Heike, former chief patrol agent with the U.S. Border Patrol for 25 years, witnessed throughout the last 3.5 years.
Border Patrol zones across Texas, Arizona, and California had no agent presence for weeks and months at a time. Those who did not want to be caught could simply walk in. We have no idea who and what entered our country over this time.
The Violence Against Women by Illegal Aliens Act passed the House 266 votes to 158, with 51 Democratic representatives voting for it. 158 Democratic lawmakers opposed it.
We see more tragedies like these with every passing week. The blood and the physical and emotional scars of these tragedies rest on the hands of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
In the floor speech that day, Mace only had a few minutes, but read aloud 13 separate incidents in more than 10 states where criminal illegal immigrants, some deported and then came back into the U.S., sexually assaulted young girls, teens, and women. One girl as young as 9 years old. Now, as far as Rachel Morin's alleged killer, Victor Martinez Hernandez, he was indicted and is due back in court tomorrow, October 4th. H.R. 7909 now moves on to the Senate. Fanchin, Lindsay.
Wow, this is indeed a very serious issue. Thanks for shining more light on that, Joe. We appreciate it.